Once upon a time, a wise king ruled a prosperous kingdom, where granaries were full and laughter echoed through every corner. However, despite living in a golden palace, his heart was heavy with sorrow. His only daughter, the pride and joy of the royal family, had come of age. She was graceful, intelligent, and virtuous. But despite many attempts, no suitor was worthy of her hand. The king worried, wondering if fate had destined an unusual path for her life. One day, the most respected sage in the kingdom, Raj Guru, came to the court. Seeing the king's worried face, he gently asked, "Your Majesty, what weighs so heavily on your heart?" The king sighed, "My daughter is all I have ever wished for, but I cannot find a man worthy of her." Raj Guru asked to see the princess's horoscope. As his eyes scanned the star chart, he paused, surprise turning into silent greed. The princess was destined for greatness. The man who married her would not only become king but ascend as emperor, possibly the ruler of the known world. Such a brilliant destiny. But instead of sharing the truth, Raj Guru's heart grew dark. Why should others enjoy this reward of fate? Why not me, he thought. Regaining his composure, he calmly lied. "Your Majesty, though the princess's destiny is truly brilliant, if she marries the wrong man, it could bring disaster to your entire lineage. To protect the kingdom, I advise you to place her in a large chest filled with gold and jewels, then set it adrift on the river. If fate truly guides her, it will bring her to the one meant for her." The king hesitated and feared, but finally agreed. The princess, heartbroken and confused, obeyed her father. When the heavy chest was closed over her head, no one knew if she would return or be lost forever on the river of destiny. That night, under the pale moonlight, the chest silently floated along the water, carrying the secrets of the heavens. Far away, a young prince was resting with his warriors after a long hunt. When he went to the river to wash his face, something unusual caught his eye. A large, intricately decorated chest drifting with the current. "Pull it ashore," he ordered. The chest was opened, and everyone was stunned to see inside a breathtakingly beautiful young woman, her eyes full of sorrow and dignity. She told her story in a trembling voice, about how her father, fearing fate, had sent her away. Moved by her story and the weight of destiny, the prince knelt before her and said, "If fate has brought you here to me, then I am honored to accompany you. Will you marry me?" Tears gently fell down her cheeks as she nodded. With a golden ring, the prince sealed their bond, not out of ambition, but out of respect for what fate had brought. Meanwhile, Raj Guru eagerly awaited the chest. His instructions to his disciples were clear. "When the chest arrives, bring it to my room and lock the door. No matter how loudly I shout, do not open it." When the chest finally arrived, he locked the door, his heart pounding. He whispered, "My fortune lies in this box." Boom! A loud explosion echoed in the room. Not the princess, but a fierce bear. You see, the clever prince, suspecting a plot, had caught a wild bear during the hunt and placed it in the chest in case someone tried to deceive fate. Raj Guru screamed in horror as the bear charged. His screams echoed down the hall. But the disciples outside remembered the warning. "No matter what you hear, do not open the door." Inside, chaos reigned. Then silence. Raj Guru's greed led him to a tragic end. The chest that once promised glory now brought justice. Meanwhile, the young prince, uncalculating and fully trusting in destiny, found not only love, but a future brighter than anything he had ever imagined. And what does this story teach us? Fate is not something to be manipulated. Glory should not be seized through deceit. And love, like prosperity, comes to those who act with patience, kindness, and respect for what is destined. Ambition, when guided by wisdom, leads to greatness, but when driven by greed, it leads only to destruction.